Yo, what's up everyone? This is Two Snake coming at you here with a cave skip tutorial. I know a lot of people are working on Big 20 right now, and I think this is a really important trick to learn because it's not too hard and it saves a huge amount of time. So I'm going to get into it real fast. I'm going to show you what it looks like out of the gate. I'm going to show you what visual indicators to use to determine whether or not you're good or bad on the trick. And the reason why the visual indicator is good is because if you know ahead of time that you failed the frame, then you can use a pause buffer to roll the dice on getting a new pattern. Then lastly, I'm going to take a few seconds to talk to you about some follow-through tips because although a lot of people focus on the cave skip itself, moving through the cave and then the follow-up actions can be dangerous and deserve a pretty good amount of attention too. All right, so let's crack it open. So 3 whips, get the big heart, get the clock, jump, get this big heart. So as soon as I jump off the platform here, you see that second candle over on the right? I'm going to jump and I'm going to hit that in such a way to where the contents of the candle fall behind me. So as you know, we keep the small whip for the first half of the game, and that's for this trick because having the small whip makes this trick much easier. However, the candles start dropping big whips as soon as you have 8 or more hearts. So right now we have 15, which is what we need for the cave skip setup. So what we're going to do is we're going to break that candle and we're going to make it so that the whip drops behind our back, so that when we activate the stopwatch a few moments later, the candle we break when we activate the stopwatch won't drop a big whip and rip our run. So let's take a look at that. Whip, 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 big heart, clock, big heart. So I jump like right there, and let's take a break here. So the visual indicator. The visual indicator is the fishman on the left side of the screen. You can see right now that his feet are inside the candle, so that means that I've failed the cave skip. I have a few pictures here to show you what the good and the bad looks like. So first, let's take a look at this one. There's 2 frames where the cave skip is good. This is the second frame, and you know you're good here because the bottom of the fishman's feet are 2 pixels higher than the top of the flame in the candle. For reference, the fishman moves at a rate of 2 pixels per frame on his jump up. So this is the second frame, and the first frame is when his feet are in the top flames of the candle. So 0 distance between the top of the candle and his feet. So that's good, and that's good. However, this is not good, and this is very similar to what I have right now, and this is when your feet are in the candle. That means you've stopped time too early, and then this is when you stop time too late. This means that this is your 4 pixels taller than the candle. The most challenging thing in this trick is figuring out if you have this one or if you have this one, 2 pixels or 4 pixels. I have the screenshot set at different times, but just focus on the fishman's distance from the candle. So whether or not you're 2 pixels higher than the flame or 4 pixels higher than the flame. And it's important to be able to recognize when you have a bad stop, because you can use a pause buffer to try to finish the trick. So let's hide these and go back to the game, and let's see if we can complete a cave skip successfully. 2, 3, jump, jump, this candle. Okay, that's good. So we're just going to move through here, stop time, boost off this guy. I'm going to jump, throw a holy water, jump, 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 fall, jump, get this big heart, use a holy water to break that candle and get the big whip. And that's that. I had a couple of small errors in that playthrough, but that's basically the trick. So I recommend that you create a save state for the beginning here, just so you can get used to the starting mechanics here of doing 3 whip strikes, getting that heart, getting that clock, and getting this heart. However, once you are good on that, which shouldn't take long because it's not hard, I actually recommend creating a save state for when you're jumping off the platform here, because since you can use the visual indicator, you don't need to waste a bunch of time going through the whip, 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 jump, whip, jump, whip, jump, whip stuff, because it's all pretty basic. You need to spend your time stopping time around this area. So real quick, I'm going to show you one more thing that catches a lot of people off. is they'll actually start whipping when they hit the ground like that. That's no good. You need to wait until Simon stands up and then whip 3 times. Just keep your hand on the right side of the D-pad and move through it like this. Boom, boom, that's good. Stop time, take the boost, jump. When I land, throw the holy water, jump, jump, drop here, jump here, drop. Grab the big whip, jump and delay a holy water toss to kill that bat, and you're good. So you end the stage with any number of hearts. It doesn't really matter how many hearts you have, as long as you're gonna have enough hearts for the next screen. If you got enough hearts to get the big whip, you want to leave the screen with a big whip. It's possible to do the next screen without the big whip, but it's much harder. So let's take a look at that second save state. So the second save state, like I said, is much closer to when the actual trick is happening. It'll let you kind of like rapid fire train your muscle memory. Jump and whip, jump and stop. I think that's good. There we go. That's good. Okay, this is no good. Let's see what it looks like when it fails. Okay, this bat is way too low to boost off of. I definitely would have died. Okay, that's no good, so let's pause buffer and see if we get it. We didn't get it. So when this happens, just drop and wait for the fairy. The fairies don't stop when time is stopped, so you don't have to worry about, wasting any additional time there, but okay, I think that's good. All right, so jump. When you land, throw the holy water, drop, jump, jump, drop here, jump, drop. Okay, you see how when he takes that stun motion, right, with that stun animation right there, how for some reason the sprite is about 4 or 5 pixels higher than the fairy? Wait for that, wait for him to completely fall, and then you know that you're good to jump. You don't want to have your input eaten and fail the trick. So pick up the big heart, pick up the whip, and then jump and delay your holy water toss to kill the bat. So I would just rapid fire these out. That's good. You don't even have to go through the cave skip. You can just tell by the fishman that that's good. You can tell that's good. You can tell that's good. That's no good. So I would actually practice when you do the pause buffer. Okay, that's no good. Because actually determining whether or not your boost here is good off of the pause buffer will be an important skill to learn. Okay, that's too high, so we'll pause buffer. It's too low again. Pause buffer for me is about maybe 40%. Pause buffer that one. Okay, that one is good. So we can take that boost, jump, throw the holy water, just jump over these platforms here, drop, pick up the big heart, throw a holy water to break this, get the big whip, jump, delay holy water to kill that bat. That's it. I would make sure I would create these 2 save states. I would get the beginning kind of burnt into your muscle memory so you're good to go. And then I would probably focus most of the rest of my time just eyeballing that candle, creating a save state closer to that. I think where I have one, jumping off of that platform is really good. And just kind of getting to know which indicators are good and which ones are bad. And additionally, I would spend some time. Don't practice whenever you decide to take a run. Okay, let's pause buffer this. See if we get lucky. I see a lot of people just reset the save state right here. I encourage you to keep going through this motion right here, completing the actual cave part, completing the drop, completing the big heart, and completing the grab. I would just, if you're gonna take the boost off the bat, I would just completely finish the stage, because a lot of that stuff at the end gets overlooked, and it's also challenging and critical. It just needs good execution. So just keep practicing that, and I think you're going to be good. So if you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter @2snack, and I got my Twitch channel name here in the bottom of the graphic here. So hit me up on Twitch. I stream 3 or 4 days a week, so feel free to drop by my channel and ask me any questions you have. I'm happy to help, but otherwise, good luck in your races, and I hope you found this tutorial useful.